Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Man.
I'll make the call.
Impact, now that we trust.
I told you you'd love him.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Oh, money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are, NBA fans. Playoff game 4 of the second round with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, game 3, a win on their home court. They'll look to do it again tonight, and no question, these home fans are fired up. And this is a pivotal game for them, a chance to take a 3-1 series lead. After stealing home court, how important is it, Kenny, that they win here tonight?
It's huge, Ernie. No question about it. Because if you lose this one, you lose, basically, you're back into a 3-game series. And how can you say you have an advantage in a 3-game series? You have to get this one.
It's big time, Ernie. This is one of those games where whoever wins, I think, will have control of the series. Both teams know the stakes and the importance of the win tonight.
Well put. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. 2K Sports here to present you the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. It's game 4 and one that could go down in the books. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Take a look at the Cavaliers. A critical juncture in this series for them, even though they lead the series 2-1, a win or a loss tonight can have a dramatic effect on the outcome of this series.
This could be one of those pivotal games, guys. Coming in as a lower seed, they've taken the lead in this series. If they win here tonight in front of that home crowd, I think they take complete control.
Yeah, you can't afford to lose this one, plain and simple. Not here at home. I mean, it would completely change the entire series. They did so well to swipe home court advantage. Boy, they don't want to give it right back.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Shelvin Mack. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Fires for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
Nearly flawless offensively from start to finish there, and really just an impressive win.
Yeah, really balanced team. We saw a little bit of everything from them, and just about all of that everything we saw worked.
That one goes. Count it. And so here's Cleveland. Irving passes to Freak. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. He kicks to Smith. Beyond the arc, just 5 to shoot. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Smith. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Mack. Young left side. The shot is off, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Freak with it. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
The dish now to Bogdanovich. With some arc, and Irving pulls it down.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Here's Freak. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Mag dishes to Young. That's good.
Thaddeus Young.
Young's got his first 2 points. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Irving kicks to Freak. And the layup falls.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Thompson sends it back. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Barnes. Just over 3.5 for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Cole Aldrich. And Freak subbed in for Smith. And then for Brooklyn, Rudy Gay's checked in for Young. And it's Barnes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Rudy Gay is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Shelvin Mack. And it's Barnes in at the 2-guard position. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets played a role for them. He had 9 points and added a few rebounds as well. You can credit his performance as a big part of their Game 3 win. Let's see what happens in Game 4, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Here's Barnes, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Mack, and the Nets miss again.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's Mack, following the basket by Freak. Back to Barnes. Lopez a screen. And here is Barnes. Lopez, no luck.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish. Them for it.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Here's Mack. Pass to Bogdanovich. He dishes it to Barnes. And the Nets miss again.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
It's the Nets now, following the miss by Freak. Here's Lopez, and it's off the back rim, no good. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 20-4 run. Here's Freak, and stolen by Gay. Barnes passes to Bogdanovich. Barnes dishes to Mack. 1:10 left in the first half. Sinks the three-pointer. Mack's got 5 points so far.
Rudy Gay showing you he can set a nice screen, too.
Here's Freak. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Barnes. 4 on the clock. And Lopez gets it to go.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Left side, Irving. Stolen away. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gay a screen on Irving. Lopez a screen. And Mack kicks to Lopez. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 3 seconds left. No luck.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. And
All right, we got a few things to cover before the second half. This isn't a game I'm gonna let slip away from us. We need...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier Girls.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. Freak really making a difference here.
Yeah, how about that first half? He's already scored more points than he averages on the season.
yeah, he's on pace for a monster game. It's too bad he can't score like this every night.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Irving is out there with Thompson. And it's Freak in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Thompson. Ball going up court. Here's Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Barnes kicks to Mack. Young outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now, Freak. He's got 11. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Cleveland. And a change for the Nets. Nurkic is checked in. Down low, here's Bogdanovich. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And he gets it to go.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier Girls.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Barnes. Lopez a screen. 1 second left, and no good trying to get...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier Girls.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Bogdanovich. Young is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Barnes in at the 2-guard. Clock at 6. Bogdanovich passes to Barnes. Bogdanovich, great positioning on the putback.
Showing us a little force on that putback, Kev.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
Hey, guys, but how about the positioning there when the shot went up? Beautiful.
And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And it's 13 points for Freak. Nets trail by 15. Young, a screen on Irving, and there's the whistle. Illegal screens.
And the idea of setting a screen on that way.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Barnes. From the arc. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Freak with it. The 3 scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Lopez, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Shelvin Mack comes in for Johnson. And it's Freak missing. Nets trail by 16. Here's Mack. Barnes, screen on Irving, and Mack kicks to Nurkic. Nobody near Barnes. Second chance shot, count the bucket.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
They get it back. Aldrich can't hit from in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And he gets it to go.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Smith kicks to Irving. And here's Freak. Unloads from 13. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14. Nets trail by 14. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Mack dishes to Barnes. Nurkic, a screen on Smith. Barnes passes to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. But they get it back. Feeds to Mack. Screen by Nurkic. And Mack kicks to Lopez. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Robbed. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mack. Got that bucket in no time at all. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Irving dishes to Freak. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Brooklyn ball.
Young's checked in for Brooklyn.
Substitution on the
There's a minute. Left here in the fourth quarter.
And entering the final countdown, Game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Cavaliers.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Kyrie Irving. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Just haven't been able to find an answer for Freak. He has 18 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
A slight hiccup at the line, but he did what he needed to finish this game off.
And Copeland kicks to Bogdanovich. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock, it's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. They swipe it.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hands. That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Here's Temple, has the Freak. Releases. It's off. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You could see the determination they had.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of Round 2 for tonight. More Round 2 action yet to come.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here once again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal for 2K Sports. Pleased you are here with us for Game 5 of the conference semifinals. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Checking out Brooklyn, they were unable to grab one on the road in Game 4, but back on their home court, we'll see if what they need is a little home cooking. And Kenny, a monster elimination game tonight. If you're the underdog and fighting for your playoff lives, what do you do to turn the tide in this series?
Oh, you got to play like there's no tomorrow, Ernie. Every 50-50 ball, those are those balls that are just rolling down the court. You got to get those. Every second chance opportunity will win. So, those small battles win the big war.
It takes only one big win to get that momentum back on your side. That happened for me and D-Wade back in 06 when we were down against Dirk. And the Mavericks 0-2 came back and won.
And that is it for
Can
us.
Can you dig it?
As we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
We're at the jam-packed Barclays Center in Brooklyn. This is a do-or-die situation. Big Game 5. Always decisive. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at the Nets. Right now, trailing 3-1. It's a must-win as they look to scratch their way back into the series.
Desperate with their backs against the wall. The last 4 games haven't gone to plan, but they still have a chance. A win here at home seems doable, and that would give them some life in this series.
Guys, we hear the phrase one game at a time. We say the phrase one game at a time. But that's real talk, folks. I mean, they'll overcome this mountain of a hurdle by slowing things down and not getting ahead of themselves. You only can play the game you're in. You can't play one out in the future.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Freak, he's in at 3. Thompson is out there with Irving. Then there's Irving. And it's Tucker in at the 2-guard spot. Irving, good.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He talked about how his team would respond with their backs to the wall. He said, "We all know that a loss here would be a bitter end to our season. Fortunately, we're on our home floor and convinced we'll be on our way back to their house when this one's over. We wouldn't mind an extra game, guys."
Thanks again, Doris. And so it's Cleveland with it. After the basket by Brooklyn, here's Freak. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw. Line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Young, a screen on Irving. Here's Mack, covered by Irving. And Mack kicks to Lopez. Shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Irving attacking, and he gets it to go. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Mack. He's covered by Irving. And Mack kicks to Barnes. Young dishes to Mack. 4 on the shot clock. Barnes can't get it to go. On defense, Brooklyn trailing by 2. They come off the loss on Friday.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them. When you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
It's the Nets now, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Lopez a screen. Mack the pass to Young. The Nets working the ball around now. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. For 3, and it's Freak missing. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nobody near Barnes. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Freak with it, guarded now by Barnes. Freak, good D by Lopez.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And Mack kicks to Lopez.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Nets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Brook Lopez.
And the first one drops. And a new group in for the Nets. Yusuf Nurkic. Here's Irving. On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Freak, he's in at small forward. Kyrie Irving is out there with Cole Aldridge. And it's Tucker in at the 2 guard. Here's Mack, looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Barnes. Drills the three-pointer. Barnes has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Brooklyn. From deep three-point range, and it's Freak missing.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Here's Freak after Rudy Gay's bucket. Irving drives in. Sweet little floater. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
And that one's good, Barnes.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Freak. Fires the 3. The rebound by Nurkic.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Three-pointer, and there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Barnes. And it's an 11-point Nets lead.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now here's Barnes. 7 points in the game. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets made some major contributions. He ended with 19 points and added a couple of rebounds with that. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Tucker dishes to Freak. Irving passes to Irving. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Sinks the triple. Freak's got 5 now.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Now here's Barnes. Guarded by Tucker. And that one's good, Barnes. And the Nets lead by 10.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Lopez is checked in for Brooklyn. And we finished one half.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center. All right, now.
for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis.
We saw a strong quarter of play for Barnes. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Young out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Shelvin Mack, and it's Barnes in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets' 5. The Cavaliers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. First one falls for them.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good for Irving.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Mack kicks to Lopez. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lopez. And it's Freak with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Thompson outside. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Mack dishes to Barnes. Pass to Young. Screen by Young. Here's Mack. Here's Lopez. No luck. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Irving drives in. Cleveland moving the ball around. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Irving's got 15 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
There's the pick. Here's Young. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Freak kicks to Irving. Irving passes to Freak. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Irving. And Mack kicks to Barnes. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That evens the score. 8 points for Freak.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
The Nets have got a paltry 0-6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. Screen by Young. And Mack kicks to Young. No one near him. Jump shot is good. Young's got his second basket of the night. To the wing on the left. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
All right now, I want everyone here at the
Big good substitution here for Brooklyn. Norkic checked. Here's Mack. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Freak in at small forward. Irving is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Tucker in at the 2.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Freak with it. There's the dish to Irving. Outside Irving. Back to Irving. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Freak missing. Nets leading by 8. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Irving. Gay against Irving. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Gay. Nice D from Freak.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now, here is Irving. Good. And that's now 10 points for Freak.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks. And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers. You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Now here's Barnes. No good from 11 feet. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Irving.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense. Is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. That's a 2 from Barnes, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Barnes has got 6 in the quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 6.
Hollis Jefferson.
On the wing, Irving. No luck. Good D by Lopez.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Nets.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, and the other thing also is tonight they've been able to get to the free throw line consistently and also convert big points from the charity stripe.
Nets leading by 6. Here's Mack. He feeds it to Barnes. Takes the 13-footer, and Brook Lopez the bucket on the assist from Shelvin Mack. Mack's got his 7th assist here tonight.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court your Nets dancers.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Irving up top. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Young's shot is off.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
2 minutes to go in the game.
Barnes dishes to Mack. Lopez kicks to Young. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Feeds to Lopez. And he banks in the layup. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Irving double team. Now Freak. There's the screen. Fires from deep. The rebound by Young. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Screen by Young. Mack, the pass to Young. Right wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's the 3. Again, Young missing.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Here's Mack, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Screen by Young. Mack dishes to Barnes. Shoots off the step back. The Cavaliers pull it in. And here is Irving. Irving attacking. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. And so they foul intentionally. And both teams making some changes here. And here are the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. Kicks it to Freak. Bullseye!
Freak.
A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Irving kicks to Freak. Missed. And so it's...
Well, Rudy, congratulations on...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Brook Lopez. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing. And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of round.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody. Tension running high here prior to Game 6 of this Round 2 series. Ernie Johnson and Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We don't have any tension here, but certainly there is tension heading in to this next game of the playoffs. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. Checking out Cleveland, a heartbreaking loss in Game 5. It was there for the taking. Refocus themselves and get ready to make up for it tonight. So they'll be looking to close things out here at home. Won't be easy for them, obviously. Kenny, what mentality do they need to have to finish the series tonight?
Well, the first thing, Ernie, you got to play with confidence. You know, you have to play with a sense of urgency. You can feed off the crowd if you do that. But most importantly, to set the tone early. Do not allow them to get any kind of glimpse of hope.
But what they can't do is rely on Game 7 as a backup plan.
You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. It's Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals here. Welcome back to the postseason action. It's heating up, folks. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at Cleveland with their hometown fans cheering them on. They'll look to close out this series and complete the upset. Wow.
And the fans will play a role tonight, guys. You can tell that already. I mean, they're determined to help this team close it out. They're treating this game like it's a Game 7, like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, and even though it's technically not a do-or-die situation, they got to treat it that way. I mean, because if you go on the road for Game 7, that is not the inviting scenario you want. So very tough to win a deciding game under those circumstances on the road.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Shelvin Mack. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Barnes in at the 2 spot. Here's Mack. Lopez with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Irving. Got a hand on it. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good. Free.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Mack. Young, a screen on Irving. Just 4 to shoot. 16 feet away. Mack, no luck.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Now, Freak. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Thompson with the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Mack out to the right wing. Barnes passes to Young. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Mack kicks to Gay. Young sets a screen for Gay. Young, right side. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. They get it again. And the layup's good off the glass.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. And we'll see if that's the case here.
Now here's Freak. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Lays it up. Up and in on the nice reverse. Freak's got 7 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Barnes. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Freak. Irving, a screen on Barnes. Freak, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Doris Burke has an update.
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just got to throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
It's a Western Conference battle here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Mavericks look to work the home court advantage.
Ready?
This road trip for the Thunder kicking things off here in this one. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
And a wide-open look for Freak. Connects from three-point range. Freak's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against Charlotte.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
1:25 left in the first quarter. Puts up a 3. Thunder with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you. The numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys. They are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
There's David Lee on the assist by Barea. Lee's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Payne kicks to Westbrook. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
And it's Freak missing. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Durant with it. Out defended by Freak. Durant attacking. Plays it up and banks it in. Durant's got 7 points.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start.
And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. Your evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
Some people say you're just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
The starting lineup for
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the American Airlines Center. We're in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Dion Waiters comes in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Payne out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot manning the middle. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Freak. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder.
Yo, Freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets full of fat knots, making all the ladies drop. Paint me
I never had this feeling.
Tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
The Mavericks look to take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. This is the first game in the Warriors' road trip. They can secure their spot in the postseason with a victory here.
And so far, they've split the seasons here.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
The topic of conversation, Darren Williams. He was quick to point out what a heady player Darren is, saying when he's out there on the floor, he just reads every situation and more or less acts like a coach out there. When you combine that with Williams' scoring ability, you can see why he is so feared around the NBA.
All right, Doris. And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes. Clark in year 3 moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
McGee against Bogut. He dishes it to Clark. Thompson passes to Barnes. 6 to shoot. Bogut kicks to Iguodala. Fires from 18. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Iguodala.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
From beyond the arc. And it's Freak missing. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throw.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Well, that's got to wear on you.
Move the ball.
McGee is screened.
Yeah, send him in.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the American Airlines Center. We're in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks. All live on 2K Sports. It's a single game. Here, JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Lee comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Freaks checked in for Parsons. And it's Williams in for J.J. Barea. On the court for San Antonio, Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Then there's West. And it's Mills.
And David Lee missing time early last season with that hamstring injury also opened the door up for Draymond Green to kind of take that starting power forward role. And give Lee credit, though. Didn't sulk, just threw himself into
Oh, say does.
The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here. Game one. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks. Thunder trailing by 9. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Billy Donovan. I asked him about what his goals were coming into this game one, and he said win at all costs. If we can't come out strong here, then everything we've worked for to get home court advantage at this point goes out the window. They don't want to see that, gentlemen.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Freak. Launches it. No good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Pass to Waiters from 12 feet out. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Freak. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Freak's got himself on the board with 3 there. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Westbrook kicks to Adams. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now Freak. We've got 1:23 left in the first. Expanding his range. Another 3 for Dallas.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Here's Waiters. Rebounded by McGee. Dallas leading by 11. Freak with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man of conviction.
Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady, thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, a friend of Freak. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult than choosing where to play next year. I sought the wise counsel of my loved ones. Nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each filled with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding myself with those who feel just as passionately about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. So it is for this reason, above all, that I have decided to choose the New York Knicks.
I'm at home, baby.
Talent they have on that team, they're going to championship this year.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get you.
Cha-ching.
I love it.
I know.
Yes, my man. All right, son. Congratulations.
I've been running.
3 letters. M-A-X, baby.
Dom we trust, baby.
Dom we trust.
Let me see this contract. Let me see this contract.
Gotta call, I'll be right back. I gotta call finally. Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak,
Yo, who's this?
this is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to calm down as soon as you can.
No. Hey, listen. Put down the phone, and I don't want to hear it get picked up until Victor Van Leer's on the
give
phone.
me the phone.
Put Vic on the phone.
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
Listen
flyers
to
of his
me.
possession.
Freak,
I
give
don't
me the
want to
phone.
talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, yes, look, we're gonna need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, was anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident.
What?
Yeah, they said he was in a car chase.
No.
Freak,
Are
I'm
you
sorry. He died.
I'm so sorry, Freak. Freak, I am so sorry.
Sis, all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Yeah, when I was all about living the dream. Yeah. I know it'll be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Welcome to Connections. Here, you're able to form relationships with NBA players, legends, and other personalities to earn a wide variety of rewards. Unique badges, clothing items, VC, My Team cards, and even your own Terminal 23 inspired MyCourt are just some of the available items. Spend your off days carefully. Welcome to live practice.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. All right, guys, bring it in. We're going to shift to some late game situational drills now. We need to do a better job of closing teams out late. Coaches, set it up.